Good evening, everyone. Today is the 4th of April, 2022, and today's session is about financial responsibility, coming from the perspective of protecting yourself from being scammed. I will be sharing the screen with me. I will be answering any questions you might have. So please, if you do have any questions, you can either hold on until I will finish. Alternatively, please, will you just type them on your chat box so we can currently play around and really answer the questions as they are popping up. So welcome to today's session. And like I said, it's more about seeing the signs and protecting yourself. And you're going to be seeing plenty of those brilliant opportunities coming on board. I'm coming from the side that I want you to be outgoing, and I want you to take the risks, but I want you to take a very calculated risk. I want you to take intelligent risk, and hopefully you will be seeing the warning signs of what to look out for to protect your investment. Okay, so now I'm going to be starting off with where does everything starts. Believe it or not, majority of those multi-level marketing, and I'm not saying that they all scams. Please, this is not what I'm saying here. I'm just saying that when you decide to get involved into something new, make an educated choice, make an intelligent choice, because this is how it all happens. And really, this is absolutely amazing that we find out about these brilliant opportunities, usually through friends of ours. It's someone that we know, someone that we met. Social media is absolutely full of it. So if you're friends with someone, they will be coming along and said, listen, I've got this great opportunity. Just go ahead and sign up. It will cost you nothing, and all of those weird, wonderful stuff. And this is where I'm coming in, and I really want you to look at it from practical perspective. Until you will not part with money, financially, you risk nothing. What might be happening is that you're going to be risking your time, because you will be involved and you will be coming on board. Whoever's got the mic on, please, will you switch it off? Because otherwise I'm getting a feedback. But what I look at it from nothing risk, nothing gain perspective. So if you decide to risk something, okay, make sure that the moment when you part with your money, you know what you're doing, that you know the risks involved. And it's going to be like with any other business. You will have to make risky decisions. Just make sure that, taught by experience, you will do it a little bit wiser, so your investment will be protected. Usually what happens is those little small amounts, they're fantastic because, especially if it's once-off payment of $10 or $20, I mean, we can all afford to lose that money. But most of the time, what happens is that it's the moment when there is bigger money involved, where there is monthly payment afterwards. I just want you to be a little bit wiser. So when you will get the invitation from a friend, from someone that you know, look at this. And I want you to ask certain questions, because I've been currently invited to a couple of those things, because once you've been with GDC, people parted ways, and now you're going to be invited into alternative, brilliant opportunities. So this time around, to be a little bit wiser. The moment when I would get an invitation, yes, I'm asking certain questions. And what happens is I want something in writing. This time around, I'm not trusting people. This time around, I'm not, because I knew someone for donkey's years. They will be, even though they mean well, I'm not jumping into it. There are certain things that I want to know first. And I think a lot of people who are sending you the invitation, they were simply so involved in this hype and great ideas and the great promise that they really believe that it is a brilliant opportunity. And, most probably 9 out of 10 of those brilliant opportunities will end up either by us losing interest, by us not having the time. Alternatively, this whole company will close, will shut, will change, because this is a natural progress and it might not suit you further down the line. So you need to keep an eye for those warning signs. So even though your friends really mean well, if you want to take the screenshot, please do it now. Those are a couple of questions that I really want you to ask. Number one, how old is this company that you're involved in? Number two, is this company registered? Number three, is there an official roadmap? Does this company's got a plan? Do they know, what do they want to do within the next 12 months, 5 years, 20 years? Do they really have a product that can survive another 10 or 20 years in the market? If you decide to be involved with the company so long, or at least another 5 years. So all those questions will be based on your personal financial needs. They will be based on things that you, how much time you're willing to donate to this enterprise, how much money you're willing to risk, all of those things. But the roadmap will show you most probably dates and amounts that you need to part with. The moment when you're going to see the roadmap and the moment when the first, shall we say, target is not being met or is being delayed, and there is no reasonable conversation, okay, regarding this, then it is time to really look at this whole proposal very seriously. And obviously the official documents are absolutely vital. And those official documents should be published on a public forum, not as because you request that you will get them. So a lot of those companies will have an official website. And on this website, this is what you should be looking out for. List of directors that are in charge of this company, the physical address of the company and their contact details. So does the company actually have a telephone number, email address, all of those weird, wonderful stuff? Does the company publish their official registration certificate? It doesn't matter in which country and in what language. We can all use Google Translate and cross-reference those documents by now. So they need to be published on a public forum that is accessible to everyone. And the most obvious question, what's in it for me? I mean, it's like, okay, so I'm going to spend the time. I might not spend the money, but I will spend the time. So what do I get in return? I'm going to be talking a little bit in details about each one of those questions. And again, the moment when you will be getting those invitations, do yourself a favor and look through them very carefully. Make sure that, when you get them, don't trust what you're hearing and what this blah, blah, blah and the hype is all about, but cross-reference, make sure that you're happy with what is being published, make sure that you're happy with what you're reading, and most of it, make sure that you're happy with the risk that you're taking. So how old is the company? It could be a silly question, and quite a number of times you will be hearing that we're just starting up and, this is like this entry level, you're going to get in now, and this is where you're going to get the most benefits. So the first come, first serve basis, you're going to be on the top and everyone's going to be working for you. And it's all hunky-dory. What I mean by this is, if the company is brand new, I understand this. If the company is brand new, they're going to need some kind of building team to build this company and move it forward. So this is where you're coming in. You will have to understand this. However, if someone will turn around, and this is the magic word, oh, the company has been in existence for years. If the company has been in existence for more than 1 year, they need to have financials. If they might not be the audited financials, but they have to have some kind of financial reports. So if the company is older than 12 months and they do not have any financial reporting done, okay, there is a problem. And this is the problem that we're picking up with the company that most of us been involved with. So this is the warning signs that we should be looking out for. The reasons why I'm saying that the financials are so important is because you can see how the company is getting money and how the company is spending money. And this is where you're going to have to make a really educated choice about getting involved in it. The next thing is, okay, any questions so far about why I'm saying about this company being older than 12 months? Okay, get the financials. If they do not have the financials, ask the reasons why. If you're happy with the explanations, proceed further. If you're not happy with the financials, then obviously stop risking your time and your money. You know, every single company, and I'm talking from my personal experience, it doesn't matter what it is, they should be doing a monthly income statements because they want to know where the company is standing at a time. If they do not know this, it's really, this is what I would like to call a hit and run scenario, okay? Because we'll get lucky, we'll make it. Alternatively, they are making so much money that they simply do not know how to write it off. And every single person at the top is skimming the cream. And you need to be aware of it. And you need to make a decision if this is the road that you want to take. The company registrations, okay, every single company will be registered in any country. What I mean by this, if the company, and a lot of it is being very popular, companies being registered in, for argument's sake, in Bahamas, Canary Islands are very popular. Malta is very popular as well. Obviously, United States, with every company being registered in USA, they seem to be so legit and whatever else. Please, if you're going to get the registration paper in whichever country it is, cross-check that those documents are true, because everything can be faked on the internet right now. Cross-reference it. At least you're going to have some kind of a foot in a door that you've done your homework. You really done your homework. Companies registered in USA are relatively easy to track if they're legal or not. The next thing which I personally like about companies that are being registered in USA, that they are governed by American law, which means all the legal disputes will have to be done in USA. However, USA do not take kindly to anyone being a person or a company of not paying taxes. There is a Security Exchange Service, SEC, and they are very happy to take complaints about any misrepresentation, about any mismanagement about companies that are being registered in USA. They do not take very kindly to people who are not paying the taxes. You know, in America, there are two things that are absolutely sure. One, that you're going to die, and the other one, that you will be paying taxes. And IRS is really good at tracking those tax evaders incredibly well. And we all know the Al Capone story. So the registration of the companies, please check it out. There's a lot of companies floating around nowadays that they are not legally registered. They're trading, they're collecting money, and unfortunately, they're no legal entities. And the reason why I'm saying this, because when I started tracking certain company about 18 months ago, at the time, I was told two things. To get any legal advice, any legal proceedings, there were two essential things that I had to deliver. One was the registration papers of the company, so they would know that it is a legal entity. And the other one was the financials. So if you don't have this, there's a major problem for you to do anything further down the line. To have any kind of recourse, again, make an intelligent decision before parting with money. The next lot that I'm going to be talking about is the official roadmap. The official roadmap is all about the growth of the company. It's like a business plan. If you ever had a company and you were looking for finance, you were looking for investors, everyone wanted a business plan from you. And the business plan is nothing else but a roadmap. It's really setting up the progress and the growth of the company in months, years to come. Usually what happens for the new companies, you've got the roadmap set up for about 12 months when they show very clearly what's going to happen in the next 12-month period, or 2 years, of 24 months. And then for the longer company, they usually have a plan when they say, this is what we're going to do next year. The 5-year plan is so much and 10-year plan is so much. And every single company's got a plan. If the company does not have a plan and they're just riding on collecting money now, again, knock, knock, warning signs. So the official roadmap is really simplified business plan for any company. Again, if the first sign it's not being delivered, ask questions, make sure that you know why, make sure that you're happy with the answers. That they're reasonable. We all know that things happen, life happens, and we are all human, and we tend to overestimate our abilities once in a while. And here we're getting back to the official documents. When you're going to be reading the official documents, they're usually being put together by a team of lawyers. Now, as we all know, lawyers are using very fancy language that majority of normal human beings will read through it. We will think that we understand it, but do we really comprehend it? So when you read those documents, things that you are not clear about, question them and get an answer that suits you, get an answer that is suitable for you, that you getting the message that is being written down. And again, I would be very clear about, getting those answers, number one, in writing, and number two, being absolutely sure that you know what they're talking about. It's time to take the responsibility in our hands. We, over the last couple of years, me, like a lot of other people, we get caught in the hype, in this friends, in, trusting someone. It's time to stop the wheel. It's time to make financial decisions, being on risk management. And what I mean by this is, am I willing to take the risk? Am I willing to spend the time? Do I know what I need to do? And all the official documents should be lining out those points. If I will do this, I will get this. And that works both ways, not only one way. And hence, again, if something will not suit you, if something will not, if you don't agree with something, question it, make sure that you're clear. Otherwise, really and truly take notes of the warning signs. And now this is, we all get involved in business, and it's not that we want the byproducts to be a lot of them. What I mean by this is, why do I want to get involved in business? And here I want you to be really honest with yourself. Because why would I want to spend my time? Why would I want to spend my money? I've got only one reason: to benefit me. So how does it have to benefit me? Obviously financially. This is the reality. Let us stop dressing everything up that we're going to do great for society, and it's this fantastic project that we're having, and it's going to do great things for our neighborhood and for our country and for the business. It's, pardon me, absolute BS. Why? Because whenever we provide a service or product, we want to be paid for it, and we want to make profits. Just because I provide a product or service that benefit, for argument's sake, other businesses, that will benefit other people, that will make my community better, is nothing else but byproduct. If you are in business, you want those byproducts to be there. But why is the main cause? You're going to get involved in this business. And I really want you to look at it a little bit more honestly. My name is Beata, and I believe that prevention is better than cure. So now, because I'm being bombarded with those brand new opportunities, I sincerely hope that you will be taking care of really making decisions in a more responsible way. And this is why I'm going to stop recording.